and I am coming to you with some amazing mogul level upgrades that are designed to bring you into a mogul reality, creating a world where you build your unique empire in the way that you want it to be. The ability to lead and create a multi generational dynasty that is wealthy generation after generation, and overall, the ability to operate at a mogul level. And one of those most important parts of being a powerful, influential mogul is the skill of being able to face reality of what is occurring, solve problems, and make the upgrade in whatever needs to be upgraded, like the wealthy moguls do it. Okay, so this is the focus that we have here today, and I'm excited to take you through it. All right, everyone. So, thinking about what a mogul is, it is an identity of some of the world's most important leaders, most powerful, influential people. The moguls were a people who literally ruled the world, created an amazing dynasty for centuries that was opulent, that was amazing, that was thriving, and just absolutely abundant. And we now use that word to refer to a powerful, influential, positively contributing member to society who is leading us all. And one of the biggest ways in which moguls differentiate themselves from everyone else that you're invited to make an upgrade to is being able to face reality and solve problems at the level of a mogul. So let's dive in so you know how to do this. You have this skill and you can be transformed into someone that is operating like a mogul. So, number one, facing reality simply means that in any way, shape, or form that we were taught, programmed, conditioned, role modeled to simply avoid and use an avoidant strategy to deal with reality, like an avoidant relationship style. We don't get too close, we don't let people in. An avoidant style of pretending something isn't happening that's going wrong in your life and leaving it undone. An avoidant style of distracting yourself when there are things to grow in yourself, your life, your relationship, your family, your company, the community, and the world. And being people who are generally avoidant. Now let's get real. 90% of the population is avoidant. That is why we have the world that we live in. They could be doing all kinds of stuff, but essentially to understand that the reason our world is the way it is today, where there is a lot of amazing positives and it's unreal and unbelievably amazing, but where the net effect at the net is it's a massive, massive collective of people struggling, is because of the avoidance. Call it by any number of things: procrastination, all this stuff, delaying, hesitating. It is literally a world of avoiders. We avoid pain, we avoid growth, we avoid transformation, we avoid looking. This has to go. Moguls are people who face reality, face what's going on, face the music, face the situation, face the mission, face the purpose, face the vision, face the problem, and create that transform them, their partners, their companies, their families, and the world, and our entire future. This is what is available to you. So we must first understand that in order to be moguls who face realities, solve problems, and transform the future for everyone, and to finally cross the threshold and become one of them, we must step out of this awful, terrible, horrible, destructive, avoidant method that people have been taught as a maladaptive process to the fact that as humans, We have a massive amount of things to transform. And the longer we keep being avoidant as a collective, as an individual, as a family, as a couple, as a company, they just keep compiling and compiling. And they keep making us maladaptive, and people find more ways to avoid, more ways to excuse themselves, more ways to make the excuses, and more ways to cope with the very thing that would change if they faced reality, solved the issues that they're here to solve, and change the world that way. It is time to make a shift from being an avoidant human whose big motivation in life is to avoid pain by 5,000 different distractions that are all appearing to be more important than the actual foundational things that you need to change in your life. It is the moguls of the world who say, I will solve this. And guess what? They feel the best. They end up being the healthiest, the wealthiest, the wisest. It's by the fact that they take on the biggest problems to solve them, that they are transformed internally. They're transformed in their health, their wealth. It is those that face reality head on that absolutely get to have all the fun, all the glory, all the money, all the creativity, and they get to lead the world, which is like, you just look at them, they're having the most fun. This must shift if you are to become someone who ascends on your trajectory, transforms your reality, and becomes part of the great transformation of our society that elevates humanity. So I invite you to recognize that you are here to shift avoiding and begin facing exactly what needs to shift in you, your partnership, your family, your company, and to get into the strategy of absolutely facing it head on, getting the problem solved, and more importantly, making the upgrade. My invitation to you is to make a shift from one of the 90% of people in the world who are like avoiding what needs to be done in their own life, the life of their partnership, their family, their company, their reality, their finances. And I still don't get it. I don't get why people are like, I've never got it my whole life. Like, as much as I love going to do all kinds of great fun things, I was like, don't we have significant things to shift, like to take care of in our reality? Don't we need to solve problems and face what is going on the way that every other human species did? Where tribes are like, we got this issue to solve. Let's pull together and solve it. They weren't like, oh, let's just pretend and go distract ourselves shopping and buying another Louis Vuitton bag while your life goes down the tube, while you're not on the track you're supposed to be on, while you're not moving in the direction to make this upgrade into a higher ascension into the new world. And people just like, let me just distract myself with all kinds of random things. And this is the difference between you and the moguls at the highest level, because you might be somewhere on the mogul trajectory, who say, like the ones that we revere and admire most, I'm going to change the world. I'm going to create a new reality. And all the top moguls in the world, whatever they're creating, call it whatever. The Tesla, the spaceships, the Amazon, the Apple, the computer, the phone, every aspect of it. You know what they're doing more than creating a product or a service? They're creating a new world, a new reality that we inhabit, that keeps leading us further and further into a new realm, new dimensions that we're here to experience. And it will not happen if you don't make a shift from someone who can't face reality to someone that is such a mogul level leader that you face reality head on, you figure out solving the problems and getting into the solution. This is the next part of the equation. Other part about being a top mogul is that while other keep avoiding and hesitating and waiting and thinking and overthinking and I'm scared and I'm feeling and I'm what are people going to think about me? All of this bullshit that I have watched my whole life while the people I care about the most, they're like including my whole human family, everything is changing. They are not changing and they're just getting further and further behind. We've got to be people that step up and solve problems, take them on, and do the transformation of these problems into the world's greatest creations, turning problems into creations, making a pattern shift from a problem into a creation, making it an upgrade. Because the seed of every creation is in the problem. Like, this is a problem. I'm going to make a creation. Getting into that place, the ones that are the worst ones for you, by the way, the ones that are your problems are your greatest creations in the making, that you are now the world-class expert on this problem, how shitty it is, how hard it is to overcome it. But as you decide to make that your obsession for changing things on this planet, and becoming the steward of the solution, the strategies, the upgrade for society and humanity, you are now going from being someone that is at a lower frequency of reality, just spinning, to being someone that it's a higher frequency reality where you're living your potential, leading the contribution you're here to make in this world, and becoming one of the world's top moguls, which means you can then be a great empire maker, dynasty maker, and for generations and generations, because you solved problems and faced them head on, and more so created creations to solve them, you, your partnership, your family, your company, your entire future, generation after generation, can be secured in this multi-generational wealthy dynasty of a reality with all of your amazing empires contained in it, and moving throughout the generations in a legacy making, legendary level of leadership, that all it took was the step I'm encouraging you to do right now, to begin to stop avoiding, start facing reality, begin to be that mogul that looks at the problem as your next creation, and begin creating the strategy for absolutely transforming that problem so you can also share it with everybody else, and you will benefit them, you'll benefit you. This is a legacy in the making. All right, everyone. So this is how we face reality, start to solve problems like a mogul, and we solve the problem by thinking about what is the creation that is trying to be created through this thing that appears like a problem, that is the universe's creative energy coming through, giving it to us in this form that says, this is awakening you, and what are we going to do to create with this energy and bring in something new and fabulous that changes humanity. This is how we do it. This is the mogul reality of problem solving and turning problems into creations that go from like the worst thing that is happening to people transformed into the greatest thing that humanity is creating. This is what's available to you. And I'm really excited for you to start intending, shifting, and upgrading from one frequency to the other, from the problem into the creation, from a creation to a transformation that literally creates generations of succession for you and your family, to absolutely be the benefactors, in addition to the world, of having solved that problem, created a new creation, and literally been the architect of a transformation of our entire reality. That's what legacies are made of. That's what legends are all about. This is your invitation, and I invite you to make the upgrade. It's time for you to step up into your mogul level. Thank you for tuning in and receiving this upgrade. It's time to subscribe, like, and follow mogul training that is available. Share this with people who need this upgrade right now, who are drowning in problems that are the very creation they're here to make in this world, because every bit of the problems they have is the opportunity for the mogul reality to literally inhabit them and for them to claim it, name it, and create the world's greatest new creations. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning on in. I'm so glad you made the upgrade. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.